Who is a true Jew? Let's find out. From the book of Romans, chapter 2, verse 28 to 29. Let's read. For he is not a Jew, which is one outwardly, neither is that circumcision which is outward in the flesh, but he is a Jew, which is one inwardly. And circumcision is that of the heart, the nature, that is, the being, in the spirit, in the consciousness of yours, and not in the letter or in the law, whose praise is not of men but of God. You see, when your heart is after God, after love, when you are working in the inward world, like Jacob, who was a plain man dwelling in his tent, in his body, in his being, you see, he was doing the work in the kingdom of heaven, which is the spiritual mind in you, you see. But you see, it says in verse 29, and not in the letter, whose praise is not of men, but of God. You see, when you are working within yourself, like Jacob, the spiritual man, the spiritual minded man, you see, then your praise is of God, because you are working in the secret place where only God sees, you see. That is how you know that you are not after the praises of men. But you see, people trust in the letter, in the law, in the works of the law, because they are after the praises of men. That is what it is saying in verse 29. You see? They don't care about God. They don't care about love. They don't care about his law. They care to be seen of men. That is why they trust in the works of the law, in the letter. You see, when you trust in fleshly works, then that automatically means that people see you do these fleshly works that you do outside of yourself, you see. When you trust in the way that you dress or in the food that you eat, aren't those things that people see with their eyes? Do you see how these people are corrupt? Do you see how these people are divorced from God, from love? You see, men are their God. They worship me in vain, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. You see, they worship love in vain. Now, who is a true Jew? Someone who loves, right? Do you see how that has nothing to do with any outward show or outward works or anything rooted in outward appearance that you could perceive or do or whatever else in that vein? You see, the circumcision is of the heart, of your nature. You see, not of your penis between your legs. You see, do you see how superficial these people are who do that? They think God is pleased because they cut a piece of skin off of their penis. Are you kidding me? Do you think the circumcision of your penis is more valuable to God than the circumcision of your heart? You think God is concerned with whether your penis is tender, or do you think he is concerned with whether your heart is tender, your nature, your being, whether you are loving? Don't tell me it can be both. You can't sit at the table of the Lord and the table of devils. You can't be spiritually minded and carnally minded. That's nonsense. That's called being double-minded. And to be double-minded, or a double-minded man, is unstable in all of his ways, you see? And Christ told you to make your eye, your mind, single. Choose which mind you will serve. Do you know why Moses brought down stony tablets? He brought down stony tablets because he brought them to a people of a hard heart. You see, their hearts were stony. They were uncircumcised, carnally minded. You see, it's hard-hearted law, the letter for hard-hearted people. Fast forward to the New Testament, and we have Christ summing up the entire law with love. Love fulfills the law, you see? That is the law for circumcised people, for people who have their heart, their being, their nature circumcised, their heart. Their new wineskin was ready to receive the new doctrine. You see? But if you are of the old mind, if you have an old wineskin, then you cannot receive the new wine, just like Christ said, right? If you pour new wine into an old wineskin, into an old mind, if you pour new doctrine into an old mind, the old mind, the old wineskin will burst, and both the new doctrine, the wine, and the old mind will be wasted and destroyed. You see? It is love that fulfills the law, not your keeping of high holy days. Not you wearing tzitzits. Not you wearing a suit, going to church, or what you call keeping the Sabbath. Not you going around pointing your finger at people, you Pharisee, condemning them. Who are you to judge another man's servant? To him alone he standeth or falleth. For God is able to make him stand. Is that not written in the scriptures? And it is also written that there is now no more condemnation to those that be in Christ. So why do you think that you have the right to condemn your brother? You don't. You're just exposing yourself. You think yourself to be condemned. And that is why you see condemnation everywhere. And that is why you hypocrite, you Pharisee, go about in the streets pointing your finger at other people. Love fulfills the entire law.